We usually see that after a person dies, their body is either buried beneath the ground or cremated in a funeral pyre. But did you know there are places in this world where the dead are not hidden beneath the darkness of the earth, but instead preserved above ground inside transparent glass coffins so that the living can see them every single day? Just imagine. What would it feel like if your dead ancestors lay in front of your eyes for generations? And that's not all. In another part of the world, there exists a bizarre tradition where every year the bodies of loved ones are taken out of their coffins, dressed in new clothes, and celebrated with music, dance, and even photographs. As unbelievable as it may sound, this is reality, and it doesn't end there. There are also places where the dead are not buried at all, but are instead offered to the sky as food for birds of prey. Yes, you heard that right. Human bodies being consumed by vultures and eagles. But why would anyone do this? Is it cruelty? Or is there a deeper spiritual belief behind it? In today's video, we will explore some of the most shocking and unusual burial practices from around the world. Glass coffin graves. In some remote mountainous regions of China, there are burial sites where the dead are not buried underground. Instead, their bodies are preserved inside transparent glass coffins, so that even after death, their faces remain visible to the world. As you walk through these cemeteries, you don't just see lifeless graves. It feels as if the bodies inside the coffins are staring directly back at you. Behind this strange tradition lies a deep belief. Locals believe that as long as the body remains visible, the soul will remain at peace. But the most disturbing part is the passage of time. Nature slowly takes its course. The skin changes color, the face shrinks, and the eyes sink deep into their sockets. And all of this can be clearly seen through a thin layer of glass. Here, death is not a single moment, but a slow process, unfolding right before your eyes. Toraja Cliff Graves. On the island of Sulawesi in Indonesia, for the Toraja people, death is not the end. It is simply a pause. When someone dies, they are not buried immediately. Instead, the body is wrapped in cloth and kept inside the house, as if the person is merely sick and may wake up one day. But the most astonishing ritual is called manen. Every few years, families reopen the coffins of their ancestors, take out the bodies, clean them, and dress them in new clothes. They pose them upright, take photos, and even talk to them as if they are still alive. In these moments, the line between life and death completely disappears. Chochilla Cemetery. In the Nazca Desert of Peru, there is a place where the dead are not buried underground, but are seen sitting above the ground. This place is known as Chochilla Cemetery. It looks less like a graveyard and more like an open exhibition. The bodies, around 1,000 years old, are placed in a seated fetal position, wrapped in cloth and tied with ropes. The dry desert climate naturally preserved them, turning them into mummies. Hanging coffins of Sagada. In the mountains of Sagada in the Philippines, if you look up, you won't just see cliffs, you'll see coffins hanging from the rocks. Here, the dead are not buried underground, but suspended high above the ground. Locals believe that the higher the body is placed, the closer the soul is to heaven. Surprisingly, many people build their own coffins before they die. But the most disturbing part is how small these coffins are. Bodies are often forced into these tight spaces, sometimes even breaking bones to fit inside. Sky burial high in the mountains of Tibet, there exists a ritual where the dead are not buried, nor burned, but given back to the sky. This is known as sky burial. The body is taken to the top of a mountain, under the open sky. There, trained individuals carefully cut the body into pieces and even crush the bones. Within minutes, hundreds of vultures descend from the sky and consume the body completely. For Tibetans, the human body is just an empty vessel. Offering it to nature is considered the final act of generosity. Mary Cemetery. In the small village of Sapansa in Romania, there is a cemetery that looks nothing like a graveyard. Instead of dark stones and sorrow, you'll find colorful wooden crosses, cartoon-like paintings, and inscriptions describing the life of the deceased. This place is known as the Mary Cemetery. Each grave tells a story, not just the good, but also the flaws, habits, and even the cause of death. Some inscriptions are humorous, others brutally honest. Because here, death is not hidden. It is remembered as a reflection of life itself. So tell us, what do you think happens to the human body after death? Burial, cremation, or becoming part of nature? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next episode. Thank you.